Wow. Oh. Good morning, everyone. It's good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Higurashi time. I hope that all my settings and shit, audio is all okay and stuff. Because there was like an update, but should be alright. Hey, Dream Machine, what's up? Good to see ya. I was yesterday I was just uploading the last two VODs to YouTube, and I was looking around, you know, as you do. And there's a an inspiration tab in YouTube Studio. So I was like, oh, okay, let's see. So I wanna share the brainstormed video ideas that YouTube has got for me. So we've got top 5 most disturbing Higurashi moments, Higurashi fan theories, what really happened, my favorite Higurashi characters ranked, how Higurashi changed my perspective on horror, and what I learned from playing Higurashi. And I'm like, wow, this is so, like, is disingenuous the right word? It's like, yeah, it's weird. And then, and they've all got AI generated thumbnails too. And then I had a look this morning, and I think this is my favorite. This page. So we've got, first up, we've got 999 stream analysis of Waz's best moments. And then we've got Higurashi, what's in the witch's heart? And then we've got, with the thumbnail, it's just like a picture of like a man's face, and it's like light behind him, and it is, I show up once a month ... meme compilation. And then we've got Higurashi chapter 2 predictions and theories. And then we've got my 9 months journey creating a successful YouTube series. I guess that's because it took me like 9 months to finish Higurashi. It's just like pulling from some of my titles. But the 999 stream analysis, Waz's best moments, I clicked on that. Oh yeah, yeah, it was not half an hour till my stream started, huh? But anyways, yeah. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully we'll start before you leave. So I clicked on the 999 stream analysis, Waz's best moments. Waz's recent stream of 999, not recent. A popular visual novel is analysed and broken down. The video highlights the most memorable moments, showcasing Waz's reactions and commentary as he navigates the game's complex puzzles and twists. He? Outline, setting the stage, Waz999. Introduce Waz and his recent 999 stream. It's like, seriously, man? Oh, yes, Waz assigned mail at AI YouTube description. It's true. Damn. I guess that's it now. Alright, anyways. Higurashi. This is how gender is assigned. Yeah, you have to make a YouTube channel and upload enough stuff for YouTube to be like, I'm gonna give you some inspiration. Happened to me many years ago. Happens to the best of us. Is the audio okay, by the way? Because, yeah, there was an update, and I don't know if shit's like okay. Okay, cool. Yay. Alright. So I think this is where we were up to. Yeah, this is where we were up to. Oh yeah, I hear him too. Okay, so last stream, there was at school there was a curry cooking contest. Did we win? I don't remember. But basically, Satoko ended up like epically trolling us all, and like putting salt in our shit and like tipping over like my pot. And then we made onigiri, and the judges were like, yes. Okay, In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch. I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. This is a deep that one racist... Is it Utena? Is that how you say it? Episode experience. I haven't watched that anime, but I really should. Because I've seen a lot of people, like obviously I've heard about it a lot, but specifically more recently. yeah, that's fair. I've seen a lot of people pointing out the Utena references in Ave Musica. But yeah, okay, anyways, yes. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out. Oh yeah, was this last stream? Or was it the stream before? I think it was last stream. Where was it? I don't even remember. I went in expecting a masterpiece and that was a terrible mistake. Alright, well that's good to know that I should, you know, keep my expectations in check. I see. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm having to suffer through some of this Higurashi stuff, so I'm sure I'd be okay. Who knows? Yeah, there was a thing where Keiichi lost a game and then he had to dress up as like a maid and carry people's bags home, and then we also went to like a restaurant with Keiichi's dad. And yeah, alright, I see, yeah. There's so much stuff I should watch. Anyways, okay. Feeling other than drowsiness made me space out.
Are you alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Reina's curry.
As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it, is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache. Well, you did a good job making it through. Your absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh? I don't need any compliments right now. I need food. I need food. There's something for you to eat at home, right? Don't keep snacks lying around at home. I'm out of cup noodles right now. Oh shit, which button is it? Is it this? Okay, maybe don't press that while I'm on the game. That's my ears. What's this? Oh, there we go. I don't know what it was. That was 6 on the number pad. What did that actually? What did that do? I'm so curious. This is a waste of time. Alt priority. I need to look this up. Okie dokie. This is me wasting my time looking up random shit. I pressed 6. But I don't... That's not one that's there. I don't know what it was. And I hope that I didn't screw shit up. It should be fine. I think it's an option not used by the mod. Okay, anyways, he's out of cup noodles, he's basically starving. It's over for Keiichi, he's gonna die. Alright, good stream. Ahahaha, since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty. I had absolutely no intention of laughing along. Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. It's really rough when you're not used to the work. Oh, that job at that Angel Mort family restaurant, huh? Right, because there's Shion. That uniform was somewhat stimulating. How? Being a waitress really is hard work.
Eh? Mi-chan is working as a waitress? Really? Really? What kind of place is it? How?
No, I'm working at that toy store from the other day. Me the other day when I spent all my money in a shirt and couldn't afford dinner, I'd also just consumed copious amounts of alcohol. I was also out until 3 AM. No, that sounds really responsible, honestly. You gotta have priorities. Shion is the waitress. Yeah, so, Mion supposedly, allegedly has a sister, Shion. But she looks exactly like Mion. Oh, the shirt had transgender anarchy symbol on it. Yeah, no, that's worth it. My bad. I think that Rika confirmed it that she has a sister. But I don't know. My bad. I completely forgot that was how it ended up being. I'm sorry. You guys look so similar, I mixed you up.
Keiichi-kun, who's Shion?
Rena asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. Alright, Mion. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Ugh, Keiichi, that's harsh. Kei-chan! Rena interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange.
Is that true? Rena's never met her. Mi-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister?
Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her end this charade? I can never say that word. I can never say a lot of words, actually. I don't know how to speak, really, when you think about it. Oh yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Rena. My younger sister's name is Shion.
I don't know. I've never heard of her. I never met her when I went to Mi-chan's house.
Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home in Okinomiya. We're not that close, so yeah, she doesn't come here too often. Yeah, I have a twin sister, she just goes to another school. Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead. What do you mean? But she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie. Please believe me. As she said,
"Yeah, I believe you."
A smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face.
Rena wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store?
That is... she's getting more tangled in her little web. Oh yeah, speaking of webs, this shows how I felt when I was 9, telling my classmates I did have siblings, they just didn't live with me, so true. Yeah, speaking of webs, yesterday I picked up my bass guitar, because I've got one, but I haven't played it for like over a year probably, because I was like, damn, this new Ave Musica song, I really like the bass line in it. And so I picked it up, it's covered in dust, and it had literal actual cobwebs on it. On like the tuning pegs. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues. Sorry. I forgot to work. Later. Rena, Kei-chan. See you tomorrow. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape.
Mi-chan was kinda cute. I wonder why.
Rena giggled in amusement. The giggler. Yeah, go pack. Working man, you're the breadwinner. Yeah, win that bread. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. Bing bong. As I was losing the last vestiges, yep, that's gonna do. Single mother of 3 meow meows. How are your meow meows doing if you wanna share? The doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Come on in, it's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. He's grumpy as shit. Shion! Good afternoon. Huh? Kei-chan, what are you doing? Message to her insane phase. Oh, let's go. I'm sorry, I'm stopping you from packing. Oh my god, I just realized. It seemed my guess was Mion, or rather Shion. Junior janitor's been caught at the crossfire. Oh no, tragedy. Being taken to janitor hospital. Oh my gosh. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Is that Shion? You're so a kid. Junior janitor is not a cat, by the way, for anyone listening. Dream Machine is not gonna sew up a cat. Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister. Because of club activities today, you weren't able to eat lunch, right? Neepnap. Is Neepnap the correct pronunciation? Is also in her insane phase, but has been. Oh, hell yeah. Neepus Narpus. Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Satoco spilled my pot and you stole my rice. But I'm Shion. She grew red and began to mope. That's right, she was the younger twin right now. Sorry. What's up? Did you bring something for me to eat? Squished. Oh my, it's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here. Like a big sister to Bez is cute. Aww. Squish. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. Huh? Shion comes over and she's like, look, I made you this food. It's for you to eat because I know that you're hungry. And then Keiichi's just like, alright, Mion, pack it up, you know? It's so funny. Yeah, pack it up. Huh? You really brought something to eat? Thanks. There was still some of the ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you'd want it. Am I bothering you? Not even a bit. I'm really happy. Can I really eat this? Her mouth is so wide. Is it like even wider when it's like not stretched? Like, well, squished? Sneaking a look inside the box, to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? There's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Not like a sewing needle, like in one of the, in something? Like I'm not gonna have to search through the trash, smack my hand against the trash on the ground to find a sewing needle? Jeez, I'm not my sister. I wouldn't do that kind of thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I want to chow down on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not something to be so thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Tea. Slurp. Sorry, maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it back to my sister tomorrow, please. Of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. Well, then I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again as she looked down once more. During that contest with the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. I wasn't doing it just to be mean. Hey, it's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities, after all. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment. Could you tell that to Mion for me? Yes, I think my sister will be very happy to hear that. Well, then I have to go. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. Bye-bye. I'm happy, but is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. But really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. Keiichi, stop! Your inner, dialogue is stealing my jokes. Come on, man. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite, and another. There was no funny business. There was no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. Such a plagiarist, I know. Shaking my head. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Higurashi, when the stomachs cry. Thank you. See, Keiichi's just stealing my thunder. I've just got bad when they cry jokes now. Shion, no, Mion. When she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. Thank you. I'll be here all stream. Oh, is that the end of the chapter? Shion is nice. So it's Shion could be actually Mion's sister, or she could just be Mion when she's like, I want to be more feminine and gentle, and so I'm gonna yeah, no, this isn't Mion, this is Shion. I'm still the same Mion. This is a separate person, you know? Okay, we got... It was delicious. Hey, Mion. Here. What is it, Kei-chan? I thrust the bento box she'd given me yesterday at her face. It's the bento box you gave me yesterday. Thank you. It was delicious. Mion's face quickly flushed bright red. Hey now, you're the one pretending to be Shion when you gave it to me. You're gonna give it away if you get all red like that when you're being Mion. At this rate, she might trip and fall right into her own grave, so I decided to help her out. Listen, I was pretty hungry yesterday. Out of the blue, Shion came all the way to my house and gave me some food in a bento box. This is that box. I made sure to wash it clean. Right. Shion's really considerate, huh? That was so transparent. Was Mion always this terrible at lying? Her expression was different than usual, but it looked strangely cute. So, what did you think? You two are like peas in a pod. You're twins, right? Obviously you'd look the same. Not that, Mion looked kind of bewildered, like she was waiting for a specific answer. When she said impression, maybe she didn't mean Shion, but the bento? What? Impression? When did she say impression? What? Been thoughts on something? Oh, okay. They worded the same thing differently in translation. That makes sense. Okay. Thank you. What? Oh, well, of course. It was delicious. Why is my... Oh. Really? I never lie about liking food. If I say something's good, then it's objectively good. You can feel free to give me my recommendations to every single person you meet. Tell Shion it was seriously great, alright? Okay. Tell Shion, right? I will. I think she'll be happy. Aha! We're going along with Shion having given it to me, not Mion, aren't we? Yeah, her laugh. It came from deep down, and it sounded really happy. I guess she really can laugh nicely enough. Okay, I did like a stupid laugh, but whatever. But just looking at her makes me feel better too. A sarcastic remark made its way onto my tongue, but I swallowed it back. As Mion went to put the bento box in her bag, she noticed a clattering noise. Kate-chan, there's something inside, huh? Wow. A needle. She opened it? The thing inside was a little embarrassing, so I wish she hadn't opened it here. Panicking, I hit it with my hands. Well, this is, well, my mother told me to put them in as thanks. I didn't come up with it or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. Tsundere Keiichi. It's so pretty. Candy. There's a handful of candies, neatly wrapped in paper, inside the sparkly clean bento box. When I was cleaning the box out yesterday in the sink, Mum came over and interrogated me, and I fessed up as to who had given me the food. Then she told me something like this called for a display of gratitude. I didn't want to because it was embarrassing, so I argued that it wouldn't be like me to do that. Well, that's what happened. I mean, I was so embarrassed, it felt like fire might shoot out of my face. God, these guys are idiots. Just talk, just communicate. I say that as if I'm any better, actually. Mion laughing the whole thing off like she usually did would be fine, but for some reason she was staring at the candy in the box with fascination. Thank you. See, this could be like, if she's actually Shion, then she's like, you know, kind of slipping into her Shion persona, but if she's not Shion, like, what's this reaction? Is it like jealousy or like, yeah. Don't thank me. Thank my mom, she put them in there. Besides, you're not the one I need to be thanking, right, Mion? Those were for Shion, okay? Right. You're right. Okay. I'll be sure to tell Shion. I just know she'll be happy. Mion, looking a little downtrodden, put the lid back on the box. Seemed like I ended up saying something a little mean at the end. Keiichi, master of accidentally being mean. Like, God, that scene where he gets a doll and then he gives it to Rena and Mion is like so sad. She looks like a kicked puppy. Because he doesn't see Mion as like girly and feminine. Like, she's just like one of the dudes, but she doesn't always want to be viewed like that. Man.
Meek-chan, you look sort of crazy today. Did something happen? Did it?
Perhaps she's caught a fever. The red in her face is probably due to the increased body temperature.
It's gender! Yeah, I don't know if you were there, Dream, but Mion said something like, it was something along the lines of sometimes I wonder why I wasn't born a boy. And I'm like, transgender beam.
Hey Rika, why are you petting my head?
Satoko, I'm sure you'll be able to catch fever soon enough. Pet pet.
Beam. Yay. Oh, such a happy game. Nothing bad ever happens. Alright, let's continue. I might have explained this before, but oh, please explain. Phys ed at our school is really just an exercise in disorder. Higurashi when they smile. After some random warm-ups, the rest of the time is spent doing whatever. You're free to cause a ruckus or just fall asleep. I'm not really sure, but doesn't the Board of Education have some sort of curriculum for this? Was it last, like, the last, God, I don't know what to call it because I think that the different games, they're called chapters, but in each game, they all have chapters. I feel like I'm gonna just start calling them episodes because that's what they do in Umineko. Like, you have, like, episode 1 to 8, and then in each game there's chapters. So I think I'm gonna just start calling the individual, like, games that, like, you play episodes. I think that should make sense. Anyways, I think it was in the previous episode where it was, if it's not, this is gonna suck because, yeah, anyways, I think, it was during, like, a game of, did they call it, like, zombies or something? It was tag, like, group And then I think that was when Keiichi met what's his name? The guy with the stupid accent that changes every single time. Oishi. Yeah. Something like, when you're this old, you should have this amount of physical ability. Oh god, I fucking forgot about these sprites. I hate it so much. I hate it so very much. I know that these are like based on like actual like PE uniforms, like probably from the time, but god, I still hate it so much. They're so uncomfortable. They make me so uncomfortable. Anyways, we're just gonna not... It's not the time to do this. Okay.
I have no idea what you're saying, Keiichi-san. It's rather difficult to understand.
Well, you see, it's something like a rule for teachers to follow during class.
Maybe you weakling city folk need something like that. God, their hands are so weird. I love it. Do you really think us country-raised kids would lag behind in physical ability?
We're better athletes than you would think, Keiichi.
Come to think of it, they might be right. If we all lined up for a race, there was a good chance I'd finish dead last if I didn't start off well. Let's just pray that when a brutal penalty game's at stake, the 100-meter dash isn't a club activity. On that note, I watch too much television, so I'm fantastically tired. I'll be using this time to catch up on my sleep. It's 4th period and I am completely starved. You know, those things where some gym uniforms do look like that, but it's really not at all of them, or even the majority. It's just what often used in media, like with how uniforms will often follow a certain media trope in the common majority. Yeah, I remember when I watched oh fuck, what's it called? The one with Osaka, hello everyone, that one, in like the PE episode or episodes, I looked it up because I was like, why is this? And I think it's a bit out of date now. Like, I think that, yes, Azumanga, yeah, thank you. I believe that it's not super common anymore, but it was a thing. And I guess it's how, you know, like a lot of anime, they have like the sailor uniforms, but that's not super common, I believe, like in high school uniforms and shit. Anyways, I'm not an expert on Japanese culture at all. This is just off the top of my head. If I don't sleep now, when will I ever? As I began to sprawl out on top of a pipe, Mion grabbed me by the collar. Tisk tisk tisk. You really think I'd let you sleep in peace and quiet? No more air-conditioned car? Well, hopefully soon. The air conditioner arc is over because my air conditioner is fixed. It's been replaced. Yay! I'm assuming we'll get to an air conditioned car soon, considering how the last episode went. With that look on your face, it'd require more courage to try and take a nap than not. For media recognizability? Yeah. Mixed feelings on it. Farewell, Dream Machine! Good luck at work. Oh, you shall return on your phone. I see. With that look on your face, it'd require more courage to try and take a nap than not. Good grief. Which means, is it gonna start again? Now, just killing the time with idle chit-chat until the bell rings is impossible for us hot-blooded youth, isn't it? Shall we start a club activity? Watch the Higurashi anime? No, I have not. I plan to watch it when I have finished playing Higurashi. I've heard... I feel like... I think I've heard some mixed things, but I believe, like, it's kind of, like, decent. Like, it can kind of stand on its own, like, 2 feet. I don't know what I'm saying. But it's something I definitely want to watch when I'm done playing. Just as I thought, it's come to this. What's today's game? Now that this is happening, taking a nap is impossible. 2006 version or 2020 version. Oh, I see. Well, that's good to hear that you really like it. Yeah. I'm really enjoying the game. I have played Umineko before, but I haven't watched the Umineko anime because I've heard really bad things about it. Not just that, with this sleep-deprived head of mine, I'm as good as mincemeat. I have to get my brain into gear.
Mina thinks that we should decide what today's penalty game should be before we start.
Yeah. I want to watch the Umineko anime someday, just like out of curiosity, but yeah. Rena knows what's up. I've prepared something super special today. Began to announce the cruel penalty game with a grand spitting flourish. But before she could do that...
I'm sorry. I have something that I wanted to do.
Of all people, it was Rika-chan announcing her non-participation. Even rare events do eventually occur. Losing her timing, Mion spun like a top as she tumbled to the ground. What? Huh? What's the matter? You not feeling well?
Oh, that's right. Mii-chan, she has to practice for the Watanagashi.
Right, she's like the little like shrine maiden person thing.
That's right. It's this Sunday. Rika's in the middle of super serious training right now.
Oh, that's soon.
I've been working too hard lately, so my arms hurt.
I see. Well, there's nothing that can be done. There's no point in doing anything if we can't get everybody together. Today, let's just take it easy.
I'm very sorry, but I'll try my best. Yeah, good luck. We'll be cheering you on.
When Mion announced that today's club activity was cancelled, Rika-chan and Satoko headed off behind the school building. Only I was left alone, completely clueless as to what everybody was talking about. What was that about? Is Rika-chan training for a competition or something? He doesn't know.
Rika-chan is a shrine maiden for the Watanagashi, so she has to perform a ritual dance. It's practice for that.
Why don't you explain things in order? First of all, what is this Watanagashi? Or you could say, what a Watanagashi? Thank you. Next, what do you mean by shrine maiden? Last, what do you mean by ritual dance? Huh? Didn't you get the notice at your house, Kei-chan? Wasn't it written there? The Watanagashi festival is this Sunday. Huh? Watanagashi! Exactly. Come to think of it, I have a feeling Mion did say Wow, Mom did say something about it during dinner the other day.
The Watanagashi is a festival that happens at the shrine on a Sunday every June. It's very lively.
I see. But Watanagashi sounds like a pretty strange name for it. Is it something like the Lantern Festival where they have a memorial for the dead by floating things down the river? Oh, I figured you might guess right, Kei-chan. The Watanagashi, or Cotton Drift Festival, is, as the name implies, where we set cotton adrift down the river.
The cotton you see is from futons or jackets. So it'd be something like a futon memorial. We also pile up futons on the altar.
I've heard of people leaving offerings of things like needles or kitchen knives to their ancestors or to casualties of war. But an offering of futons is a first for me. What's the history behind that? Mion tilted her head pensively. I don't think there's a complicated backstory to it. The winters around here are pretty harsh, so things like warm futons and coats to ward off the cold are fairly important, I guess. Ah, I see. In other words, it's something like giving thanks to the futons that took care of you during the winter then. Then the Shrine Maiden holds a memorial service for them and sets them adrift. That's what the Watanagashi is? Mion and Reda indicated that I had the correct answer with a round of applause. Yay! Keiichi's so smart!
And you see, that Shrine Maiden performing the memorial is Rika-chan!
Oh? So Rika-chan is a Shrine Maiden. Now that you mention it, Rika-chan does have a mystical air about her.
Right? Rika-chan in the Shrine Maiden outfit. How? So cute!
Certainly does seem like it would suit her. Yeah, it might be cute. I finally get what you're saying. Rika-chan's training is for her performance as a Shrine Maiden then. That would be it. The Shrine Maiden has to purify a number of futons as part of the ceremony. It's practice for that. It's a lot of hard work.
The Shrine Maiden has to carry a large ceremonial hoe as part of the rite, and it's really heavy for Rika-chan.
Well, Rika-chan is pretty small. Exactly how heavy is that hoe?
It's pretty heavy. Enough that Rika-chan has been practicing with a mochi mallet.
She's been practicing?
Yeah, for the Watanagashi.
What's the Watanagashi?
It's the cotton drifting festival. Rika-chan...
Wait a minute. That's way too heavy. Forget about Rika-chan, that'd be rough for even me.
It's a sacred ceremonial hoe. If she dropped it by accident, it'd be big trouble.
Well, it's a once a year kind of deal. Every June. All we can do is cheer from the sidelines. It'll be okay. She pulled it off last year. Really? Then the least I can do is cheer her on. Even something like that little would help, right? I was rather curious about exactly how she practiced. Mion laughed as she shook her head. Leave her alone. If you go, Rika-chan will get all cute and won't be able to practice. Hmm? I didn't quite understand what Mion was saying.
You see, Rika-chan doesn't like showing people how hard she works, okay? So just leave her be.
That's really considerate of them. Aww. Even the always cool and aloof Rika-chan has times when she sweats while giving it her all. Because she was always so well put together, she didn't want people to see an ungainly side of her. Not like I couldn't understand that feeling. All I can do is pray for her success, huh? Do your best. Rika Furude! I'm cheering for you! Well then. I climbed up onto the pipe and plopped down on my side. Time for Keiichi catnap. Hooray, hooray, Rika-chan. In order to transmit more of my psychic waves of encouragement, I'll be entering a meditative state now. So you're just gonna sleep after all? It's just a sleepyhead. Oh, PE's over? Oh no, the... No matter how much I ate, my hunger knew no bounds. I get you, I get you. But really, Kei-chan, you always finish your lunch down to the last bite. Heck, even down to the last grain of rice. With food, you show your I think we're back. We're back. Hello. I hate my internet. I don't know why it does this. I'll give it a moment. And hopefully we'll be back to normal. Truly. Yeah, my internet sometimes just like for a couple minutes, like at random times in the day, it'll just be like, I'm gonna like not. I don't know why it does it. I think it's something to do with like packet loss. But I don't know. It's really annoying. Alright, we should be back normal now. I mean, I guess the good thing is it usually doesn't go on for too long, so like my stream doesn't like completely cut off and like I have to start another stream. It just like tries to reconnect. Alright. When they crying time, so true. Wazigu when they cry. Alright, save. So we're just talking about Keiichi ate too much lunch because he was hungry yesterday. Alright. With food you show your appreciation for the person who made it by eating it, you know? If you leave any behind, it's rude to the person who put in all that effort. Hearing that, Mion's eyes momentarily widened in surprise, followed by a cool laugh. Kei-chan, really? Wazigu when they cry is just a completely functional sentence. Yeah. Oh man. At first glance you seem unruly and irresponsible, but you're actually pretty conscientious. Or disciplined or something like that. You too, Mion.
Oh yeah, I mean I think so too. Keiichi-kun is a lot kinder than he looks.
Hey! Both of them were probably trying to compliment me, but I had a strange feeling I wasn't being complimented at all. That's not true. I just wanted to say that there's a big gap between your appearance and your personality.
She's so cute. She's got the little dinosaur arms.
I'm saying that's not a compliment. Oh my god, jump scare. Hey. Sonozaki-san, Mayabara-kun, we're in the middle of class. How far did you get, Sonozaki-san? Bring your notes up here. Startled, Mion vocalized a rather easy to understand utterance. She was so enthralled in the conversation she had stopped working completely. Yeah, the hands are so good. They're so, like, round. It's so good. Doing alright. You haven't progressed at all. You're in the highest grade, so you have to shape up. And Mion, it looks like she's getting lectured. Poor bastard.
Appearances can be deceiving, in other words. Actually, appearance might be the opposite of reality.
You say some interesting things. Responding to Rena's seemingly profound statement, I turned my gaze to where Satoko was happily studying together with Rika-chan. Are you saying that brat Satoko is actually really meek? If I went by what Rena had literally said, then that would be the case. I could hardly imagine Satoko being a meek and gentle like a girl in some fairy tale. That's so good. Don't worry, Dream Machine.
Satoko-chan's been rude lately, but just a while ago she was pretty different. She acted really spoiled always. Yup. Keep this a secret from Satoko-chan, okay?
Wasn't, was it her brother that, went missing? Transferred schools? Quote unquote? You broke it? Aww. It's Satoko acting so cute. For Satoko to play coy, I think that would have to be part of some calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind someone, I wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle and coquettish Satoko. Oh. Hey, Satoko.
What is it, Oni-sama?
Satoko smiled cutely and walked towards me. By the way, for every 3 steps forward Satoko took, for some reason I took 3 steps away.
Oni-sama, why are you running away?
Sorry, Satoko. For you to approach me with an affectionate smile on your face, I just have to think it's some sort of trap.
That's so mean! Oni-sama, you meanie!
Sorry, I didn't intend to be so mean. The weeping Satoko came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears.
Click.
Clank. Huh? Bear trap. My leg was being clamped down on by jagged metal teeth. Yeah, it could be in the sense of an older masculine person. Yeah, it's just... just the hesitation I have to saying something like that in a cute voice, and then I was just like, fuck it. I'm playing Higurashi, who cares? There's worse things.
Oh, you fell for it. Now for the next part.
Satoko raised her right arm triumphantly, and traps began to trigger one after another. Suddenly the wall sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. And there I saw a giant metal ball covered in spikes hurtling towards me. On top of that, in the direction the ball would knock me was a giant guillotine. Guillotine. I can never say that.
Not really sure, but Keiichi-kun, you're not thinking of anything completely ludicrous right now, are you?
Yeah, this should happen to my buddy Keiichi. Not really. Not at all.
That's a lie. You got the...
Just her saying, like, that's a lie? I'm like, yeah, nervous laugh.
You got the kind of look on your face that says, I'm gonna be crushed by that giant spiked metal ball.
How could my expression convey what I was thinking like that? Sorry. Imagining a meek and gentle Satoko is impossible right now. I'll try again when I'm in better shape. Next I looked over at Rika-chan, who was working diligently on some kanji drills. In contrast to Satoko, her default state was meek and gentle. If Rika-chan came at me saying Oni-sama, I'd hug her, tightly. I could get used to that.
Keiichi-kun, you're drooling.
Sorry. And how about Rika-chan? You saying that her appearance is deceiving as well? Well, yeah, she's a really hard worker. You know? Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubt. Was Rika-chan really all sweet? Despite her appearance, she was really quite sly. Sweetly, how do you put it? Evading things deftly? And I get the feeling that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. He's shooting a bit high here, yeah. Her appearance is definitely deceiving. I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but Rena managed to say what I wanted to. And I mean, Rena's got, like, this other side to her, which I still don't know what's going on. How, like, is she, like, really... like, she doesn't trust people? Is that... There's still so many question marks. But Rena's got another side to her. So much so that Keiichi's like, yeah, this is, like, not Rena anymore. Like, when, like, in the last episode. And Mion has kind of a girly side. Like, whether that's Shion or not, like, she does have that kind of desire, I think. I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but Rena managed to say what I wanted to. Hey, press enter. She turned to me with an impish look in her eyes, like she was saying,
You shouldn't say something like that. When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredibly devilish beauty, with men wrapped all around her little finger. Don't you think that would be cool?
Rena said that lightheartedly, but I, as a man, couldn't laugh at that. Yeah. It can be a bit worn out when it's like the, you know, more masculine girl. Actually, she wants to be, like, seen as, like, super girly. Yeah. That is very true. The scary part about that was that it felt like it could be true. Noticing my gaze, Rika-chan turned towards me and let loose with an angelic smile. It really is an angelic smile. She's so cute. I just want to squish her. Hello! Both Rena and I, feeling as if that was directed towards us personally, had our hearts skip a beat.
Oh, so cute, so cute!
Rena, your nose is bleeding. Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well then, what about our dear leader, Mion? I stared at her as she tried to weasel her way out of her scolding by the teacher. By Rena's theory, that unrefined, calculating, conniving Mion also had a side of her that belied appearances. Breaking down gender is important, and understanding my femininity and my masculinity is important, but also I am transgender. Yeah. Gender is complex. Yeah. I think, yeah, it is definitely a trope that can be tiring. I think that with Mion, I'm not too, like, upset or, like, kind of, like, this kind of sucks, because, no, my throat's starting to hurt. What was I saying? Because it is early in the game, and we're still kind of establishing the characters, it's not, like, entirely out of the blue. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is also, like... Yeah, it kind of sucks. Because it's, like... kind of can lead to the assumption that, like, all, you know, women, like, deep down they want to be feminine and stuff. And that's not always the case, you know, sometimes it is, but, like, you know? Anyways. In a vacuum or in the presence of happily masculine women? Yeah, exactly. Then what you're saying is that Mion, despite her appearance, is actually a good person? What, so you're saying she's a bad person?
Mi-chan is a good person.
Oh, well, that is true. But what I'm trying to say is...
Yup. I know what you're trying to say, Keiichi-kun.
Catching on that I was struggling to express my feelings as words, Rena smiled even more brightly. I wonder with Mion how much of it is, like, her genuinely wanting to be seen as more feminine, and how much of it is her wanting that kind of approval, like, from, like, Keiichi? Or even just, like, being like, yeah, sometimes I do enjoy more feminine things. like, you know, her Keiichi not giving her his doll. Like, he just assumed because she's not super feminine, she wouldn't want it. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm completely sure that these characters will get a lot more fleshed out as we play. Like, the character writing in Umineko, like, for reference, like, it's really good, really well done. So I trust that Higurashi will have some of that. But, you know, it could go anyway. And then there's also, I mean, obviously the Shion-Mion thing. Like, if Shion's like an alternate persona of Mion, that's like... yeah. Feeling like you need to be a completely different person just to express that side of herself. Yeah. Yeah, we can get freaky and insane about it from time to time. Catching on that I was struggling to express my feelings as words, Rena smiled even more brightly. Egger Nines! It's Ryan Gosling for silly people. So true. Are you talking about me or Rena? Or both? No, what? Both.
Mi-chan is mysterious, right?
She's a girl! But it's like she's a guy. I need to take a screenshot of this, hold on. Mi-chan is like if a man and a woman had a baby. Oh, you gotta go, good luck at work, True Machine, thank you very much for coming to the stream. I did see it, yeah. I haven't played any other Silent Hill games, but assuming that this one is like separate from the other Silent Hill games, it is one that I definitely want to play. And that I'll probably stream when it's out because Ryukishio 7, you know? It's really exciting. Rena cameo in it, trust? I trust. You gotta believe. If you believe, then there will be a Rena cameo. God, what a good line. She's a girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's right. Stop highlighting the quick save button when I press enter, it's annoying me. That's right, Mion was more than aware that she was a girl, but it was exactly as Rena said. Hopefully the silly won't die a horrific death like most Silent Hill characters. I mean, we've already seen her die a horrific death, like, in this game, so I'm sure she's gonna die a lot of other horrific deaths, so, like, you know, it wouldn't be out of character. She just appears as, like, a corpse. When Mion livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or a girl specifically, but a friend of the same gender. If she were a guy, we'd probably be like two peas in a pod. Although that's the same way it is right now.
But you see, even that Mi-chan is actually really feminine.
Penguino, yes, she's a little penguin. Rena, how much did Mion pay you exactly?
That's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know?
Rena began to pout. Now probably wasn't the right time to joke around.
Mi-chan is the club president, so she's trying hard to lead everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiichi-kun.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the urge to draw Rika as Chio, in the penguin outfit, and so I did. I have all the power in the world, and no one can stop me. Rena's gaze focused off into the distance, beyond where Mion was. The Mion that I met at Angel Morph was unimaginably different compared to the Mion that I normally knew. I don't know what that means. I'm just a little guy. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job, it was a far cry from the brash and confident Mion. Even though she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on the brink of starvation. And she did so not as Mion, but as Shion. What exactly was Shion to Mion? What kind of person was Mion exactly? What type of silly does Rena got again? She's got... There's a name for the thing that she's got. I feel like it starts with a D. Is it like this or dysautonomia? Either way, Rena has a condition that normal people didn't. A disorder, sorry.
Keiichi-kun probably couldn't even begin to imagine.
As if to say it was our little secret, Rena held her finger up to her lips as she giggled. Her very large, round finger. Mion, finally free from the teacher's preaching, returned to her seat, cradling her head to hide her embarrassment. God, I hated being told off by teachers. It would get me so flustered in school. It was the worst. I didn't get in trouble a lot, but when I did, I hated it so much. I just felt so bad. This old man, you see, thinks that grade school is enough for everything you need to study in life. Saying that, she plopped down into her seat violently. Mion was actually really feminine. Right. I wonder if I can meet Shion again. I wanted to talk to her again. Man, just talk to Mion. Memory of stuff disappears after like a month, yeah. It's rough when I'm not like streaming like regularly. I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened? Like, I've forgotten everything. Clang clang. The principal waved around the bell that served as a school chime. The teacher rushed back to the blackboard and began to list everybody's homework assignments.
Oh, it looks like there's going to be a lot of homework today. Gotta buckle down.
Well then, that means even Rena?
Huh? What do you mean?
Appearances can be deceiving. Does that apply to you too?
Huh? Keiichi-kun, how do you see me? How?
The Rena Ryugu that I knew sometimes took things too far, but was generally a kind and gentle, ideal girl.
Really? Really? Then that makes me happy, I guess.
If she was the opposite of what she seemed, that would make her someone that smashes all the windows in her school with a metal bat. And if you were really the opposite, just try saying it, I won't be mad. That's what I felt she meant. Rena is...
Rena is...
even if you were the opposite, you'd still be Rena, right? This question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but even saying that took a strange amount of effort.
That's no fair, Keiichi-kun. It bothers me when you say it that way. How...
Perhaps unable to endure my silence, Rena's face began to burn red with embarrassment. Rena! Kei-chan! Let's go home! Mion walked over and started getting ready to go home. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah! I still don't really know how it affects Rena exactly, but I'm sure that we'll find out more as the game goes on. Whenever school is over, she really does get noticeably more energetic. It was the same relaxing walk home as always. Digging around my pocket on a whim, I noticed something that should have been there was missing. What's the matter, Kei-chan? The key to my house I always carry around is gone. Man, where did I lose it? It's fine today since my parents are home, but still, this is bad.
It sure is troublesome. Did you forget it somewhere? Or did you drop it?
This could be bad. I wonder if we'll find it, because if we don't find it, then that means that like a key to Keiichi's house is just out in the wild somewhere. And that means like if there's some mystery like surrounding someone like getting into his house, you know? Already seen edits of these characters in Silent Hill and like, that's so good. I'm really excited. I really like Ryukishi 07's like character writing and stuff. When was it? Did I take it with me this morning in the first place? Huh? Kei-chan, did that key have anything that would make it stand out? Yeah, it's on a keychain. Oh, with the furry seal? Is an actual place? Oh. Have the other games been like, it's like at like Silent Hill? I don't I know like nothing about Silent Hill. I watched some of the thing with Ryokishi with my dad, because my dad's a video gamer. And I think he's played like the original Silent Hill. And he showed me a bit of like the gameplay of it. Of the first one. I think it might have been like a remastered one. Place that calls certain people to it. Be interesting to see how it plays out then. Yeah. I wonder, because I probably won't play it like right away when it comes out, so it'll be interesting to see if like people are like, yeah, you should play the other games in the series before it. Ah, physical location in lore in the USA. I see. Wonder how they're gonna do that. 1960s Japan. Oh, that's so classic Ryokishi. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, it's on a keychain. It was a loofah seal, something I made for summer homework a long time ago. Huh? Does it have its eyes shut, like it's taking a nap? Oh, how did you know? Yeah, that's it. Mion looked away and began to whistle. See... We went for dinner at Angel Mort a couple of days ago, right? That night, the staff found a key. Did they now? And there was a first seal keychain attached to it. 18+ rating in Japan? Damn. I wonder if I'm gonna even be able to stream it. As she said that, she suddenly grew flustered and added that Shion had told her about it. Huh? So I dropped it then.
But aren't you glad they found it? I'm sure they're looking after it for you.
That's right. Why don't you go? Shion looks the same as me, so you'll know her by sight. This was a rather unexpected development. Once again, I had no choice but to go and meet with Shion. But I also had to thank her for the bento from yesterday. Besides, taking some time and chatting with this other side of Mion might be interesting. Half-jokingly, I began to think about things like this. Why does she enter Meow Meow cat purse sometimes? Because she is Meow Meow.
She's just a meow meow. How?
Do you not sometimes enter Meow Meow cat purse from time to time? Right, Angel Mort was it? I'll head over to Shion's restaurant and get my key back. While I'm at it, having a nice spot of tea might not be a bad idea. You sound like an English gentleman. That totally doesn't suit you, Kei-chan. I enter Metal Gear sneaking pose. Two sides, either you enter Meow Meow pose or Metal Gear sneaking pose.
Is this the restaurant? The one that Mi-chan's little sister is working at?
Yeah, why don't we go together, Rena?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I have plans with my father today.
Some other time. We haven't seen much of Rena's family, I think. Not diagnosed, but I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. That's I won't go into it like too much right now because it's not really the time, but like I think that like a self-diagnosis is valid because I think it's important to be able to be like, I think I have this thing and I want to be able to find like coping strategies and stuff to deal with it and get through my everyday life. And so like if I think I have this thing and I think I have like a name for it, being able to look that up and like potentially help yourself is really important. Yeah. Because I mean, like, before anyone gets diagnosed, you know, usually you're self-diagnosed or like a professional like suspects it, you know? One of those blue caps, yeah. Rena seemed pretty disappointed about having to miss such a great opportunity. I'm trying to press enter, but it won't. There we go.
You said they're twins, but do they really look that much alike? Enough to mistake which is which?
Yeah, they're totally the same, at least on the outside. Unlike Mion, she's well-mannered and really cute though. Rena smiles. She's so cute! In response to my teasing, Mion pounced and began to argue with me. I couldn't help but burst out laughing at Mion's little farce. After all, they weren't just identical, they were the same person. After going home, I changed my clothes and dug my bike out of the garage. Just thinking that I would be able to meet Shion again gave me a mysterious feeling. Shion, a name for a different kind of Mion. Mion evolves into Shion. She was a mysterious and ridiculous person, believing she had fooled everyone like that. I noticed that I was pedaling along quite happily. Could it be that I was looking forward to meeting Shion? I felt a sense of giddy anticipation, like I was headed towards a new friend's house for the first time. What Rena said about Mion actually being really feminine sprang to mind once more. The guilt from spying on another side of Mion, the self-consciousness from being the only one that knew about that side, these feelings mixed together. Ooh, this year for the new Silent Hill? We'll mod Rena into the game, hell yeah! That was Shion for you. Mion's little twin sister. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick pee break. We'll be back and hopefully we'll get through this chapter today. Just be a minute. Return of Waz. Waz has returned. Boink. Boink. Alright. That was Shion for you, Mion's little twin sister. Till she felt like coming out and admitting that she was Mion, it was fine to just call her Shion, right? Mion might be trying to have some fun by acting out a different persona. Persona! As I reached the top of the steep hill, the horizon expanded before me. I was almost at the station. Oh, you're very sick? Oh no! I passed my sickness on to you. That's what happened, I think. That's the only explanation. If you watch enough streams of someone, you can, if they have like something contagious, you can catch it. That's how it works. Oh man, that sucks. I hate being sick. Remember to drink lots of water and take care of yourself. I hope you get better soon. Man. Last time I wasn't embarrassed since I was here with Dad, but this time I was alone. I was strangely self-conscious about it. Oh god, that's the worst. Yeah. Oh. Good luck. Meet Shion, get my key back. That was all this task was supposed to be. If I dawdled around like this, maybe Shion would find me before she headed in for work. Hey, what are you doing, Keiichi Maebara? You're just here to get your key back, you know? It's not like you're some love-struck schoolboy here to hand over a love letter. The thoughts inside my head were slowly turning into a jumbled mess. When you sneeze, it feels like your body died and revived itself in the time period of like 3 seconds. Oh god, that's the worst. Man. Yeah. I came to the realization that I was downright giddy. You know what you could have? You could have whatever it is that is making people in Higurashi tear their throats out. Higurashi's real! Higurashi when they sneeze. I came to the realization that I was downright giddy. That's why, for just a bit, just a tiny little bit, I got a little carried away and did something really stupid. I kicked over a parked motorcycle that was blocking the sidewalk. What? The fuck? It was in the way, sure, but there was absolutely no need for me to kick it. I definitely think I got too carried away. Why would you kick over a motorcycle? Oh no. I really hope you feel better soon. That sucks. I hate being sick. It's just like a helpless feeling. And you're like, I'm never gonna take, like, not being sick for granted again. Yeah. Portable fan that always follows you, yeah. You need someone with, like, a big, like, leaf fanning you. Thunk, clack. Crash. As the 3 bikes toppled one after the other like dominoes, the loud noise they caused snapped me back to my senses. What the fuck are you doing, Keiichi? Oh my god, why would you do that? YouTube is fine. I'm like, when I see my- oh my goodness, there I go. When I see my bitrate like drop a little bit, I'm like, oh no, is it happening again? Oh, the hell you think you're doing? I accidentally dragged myself on clicking back. Yeah. Just a strong gust of wind. The owners of those 3 bikes were right there. Keiichi, why would you do that? Like... They looked exactly like what you'd call thugs up to no good. Silly overload. They lifted their heads up in an imposing manner and yelled angrily in a way I'd never heard before. The 3 of them beelined towards me, the worn-down heels of their thin-soled shoes slapping noisily against the pavement. I could only stare listlessly, as if I were watching some far-off event that didn't concern me at all. By the time I realized it, I had been grabbed by the collar and lifted onto my tiptoes. Don't be plain dumb! You knocked him over, didn't you? What the fuck is this accent even meant to be? Huh? The 3 thugs were completely ignoring the rules of grammar. Keiichi is so fucking stupid. But the way they spoke was enough to make me tremble. Just like that, my composure drained away, my legs buckled, and my throat grew dry enough to crack. I'm sorry, I accident my ass. You kicked it, didn't you, dumbass? I was completely at fault, so there was nothing I could say in my defense. Got too silly. As a result, I was pulled even higher. The hell, man? The paint's all scuffed. Yo, Brad. Who put you up to this, eh? This is your goddamn fault. They just went crazy with, like, the accent. The 3 of them continued to yell at me. I had no idea what each of them was saying. Getting further enraged that I was only listening while dumbstruck, they grabbed an empty plastic crate from a nearby store and began to smash it repeatedly against a telephone pole. Cracks formed in the crate, plastic shards flying everywhere. They then slammed at full force into the shuttered storefront. Okay, smash. It's just a bit much. It's a bit much. The shutter let out a frighteningly loud noise. Still not satisfied, they flipped over a case of empty cans, scattering its contents all over the place. This was not normal. It was something you often saw on television or in manga, but I never thought seeing it in person would be this terrifying. I became painfully aware that the safety of civilized society was only held up by such frail concepts as morals. Rena will enter and use her powers to win. Yeah, if she just goes cute mode, she can do anything. My knees clattered together noisily. Static began to pepper my vision. This is what you would call absolute terror. There was nothing I could do to stop this frightening spectacle of violence. I could only pray for help. The fear I felt was just too much. Somebody help me? My gaze floundered about the surrounding area. I was surrounded by these 3 hoodlums. No way there would be a passerby brave enough to intervene. Maybe this was what you call reaping what you sow. Me when I reap, me when I sow. If I were a passerby, there would be no doubt that I'd ignore what was going on. I mean, listen. Keiichi, you kicked over a parked motorcycle and that knocked over like 3 motorcycles. Like, why would you do that? Like, Not even like they're just bicycles. They're like actual like motorbikes. Like that's why would you do that? I mean, I get you do stupid things as a kid sometimes. So this was somewhat of a cosmic retribution. Fucking say something. I'll fucking stab ye. Angry yelling loud enough to rattle my eardrums spewed forth right in front of my face. My waning consciousness was forcefully dragged back to the forefront. The thug had cocked back his free hand and twisted his body when suddenly a metallic taste filtered through the back of my throat. A chill ran down my spine like a jolt of electricity. Seeing what was going to happen next, I squeezed my eyes shut as tightly as possible and grit my teeth. You're making quite the racket, you stupid pieces of trash. Get out of my sight. That voice was a short distance away. Still holding me by the collar, the three thugs spun around to look behind them. His pronouns are they, them. Oh man, I didn't know it was gonna be this stream. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Absolutely legendary. I gotta make a save for this. Oh man. Let's like overwrite this. Yeah, it's from this. It's from this. I freaked out when I first saw it. It's so good. Oh man. The fuck ye say? Standing there was Shion. I mean, Mion. She stood there displaying an imposing stature that I'd never seen before. She didn't have the same look on her face as she did when we were playing around during club. Those were the eyes that would instill fear in anyone who looked upon them. The eyes of a raptor. He said no pickles. They were the epitome of terror. At the same time, they were the most reassuring things in the world. I'll only say this one more time. Let go of Kei-chan and get lost. Mion, without an ounce of fear, laid down her ultimatum. Of course, there was no way those three wouldn't go absolutely berserk. The situation instantly turned explosively dangerous. Ye fucking beach. I'll fucking bash your head in. Are they meant to be, like, English? Like, is that what these accents are going for? I'll fucking bash your head in. Stop it, Mion. These guys are like rabid dogs. Fuka. Wow. No amount of bluffing will work. Mion, it's dangerous. Sobra. I knew what I was saying was pathetic, but I couldn't let Mion get involved in this. No matter how you looked at it, Mion was only bluffing. But did Mion even know the meaning of the word bluff? However, the reason behind everything soon became apparent. They were slowly increasing in number, little by little. At first it was only businessmen on their way home stopping to take a look. Then it was housewives in the middle of shopping taking a gander. Next, what seemed like the owner of some store showed up, and it was pretty clear he wasn't just looking. Around Mion, there was already about 7 people gathered. Felt different than people coming out to support a friend. If I had to say why, it was because the group that gathered was diverse in age and gender. The 3 thugs seemed to slowly realize that there was something strange about the situation. Who the hell are these guys? Behind them, at some point, 4 more people of differing clothes and ages had gathered. A girl who looked to be in middle school, a man wearing a bakery apron, an old lady in a house-cleaning smock. More and more, people of various ages. Their gazes, comparable to Mion's, were of hostility, of intimidation. Before I realized it, over 10 people had formed a ring around us. At that moment, 5 elementary schoolers ran in and joined the circle. There were some familiar faces, some of our classmates. Then these people were residents of Hinamizawa? More and more people from Hinamizawa gathered around. In obvious contrast, the residents of Okinomiya were passing by as quickly as possible. The fuck are you guys? Go the fuck away! The group surrounding us had suddenly swelled to around 20 people. Completely encircled, the faces of the thugs began to show the first signs of panic. Nobody spoke a word, Mion included. That made everything completely unnatural, and depending on which side you were on, completely terrifying. Only the thugs' voices echoed out like they were screaming. Somebody took a step forward, closing the gap between them. As they did, everybody else took a step forward, shrinking the circle. The hoodlums went pale as they were pushed together, back to back, while still yelling angrily. They were trying to string together vulgarities, but for some reason it sounded like they were crying out for help. Alright, what's going on here? What's going on? It was sudden. A solidly built officer cuts his way through the crowd. At some point, 2 police cars had arrived. Some passerby had undoubtedly called for them. Several burly officers appeared from inside the second vehicle. Oh, officer, good timing. There you go, the extortionists, caught red-handed. Please arrest them. The fuck? This brat's the one that's wrong here. Mion, returning to her usual self, was nonchalantly pointing out the hoodlums to the police. Of course the thugs were furious, but now that it had come to this, there was nothing they could do. It was their loss. Okay, come over here for a sec. Come on already. The officers handcuffed the thugs and dragged them towards the patrol cars. The fuck, let me go. We're the victims here, you ain't listening, damn it. No matter how much of a ruckus they caused, the officers paid no heed. She made them correct their pronouns, what a queen. The blink of an eye, they were crammed inside the two vehicles. They could still be heard yelling while inside the police cars, but what they were saying was no longer intelligible. Wow. You know, the residents of Hinamizawa, they're all allies. They're like, hey, come on, his pronouns are they, them. Are you alright? Are you injured? It was probably a detective. The man leading the police peered at my face. No, not really. Well, that's a bit of a silver lining there. Well then, have a good year. The portly man, after taking a quick look around, addressed the crowd. Thank you, citizens, for your timely report. Thanks to your efforts, we were able to keep the peace today. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you for your hard work, Detective Oishi. As a citizen, I thank you for your daily efforts. It's an honor for a detective from the 1st Division to come out all this way. Disturbing the peace. The way Shion talked didn't have a very pleasant tone. It was a coincidence. I happened to hear the call over the radio on my way back from the prefectural office. I just made a little detour. Please keep up the good work. I pray for success in your future endeavors. Ah, shucks. It's a good thing there were no injuries, though. Oishi-san, we're done here. Let's go. Well then, have a good year. I'm sorry, could you make way? The detective named Oishi, after jovially making pleasantries, lumbered over to the waiting police car. It quickly set off, disappearing down the city street. It was over so quickly. So quickly I was dumbstruck. I didn't even get to ask the officer what was going on. It was like they came here quickly to disperse the mob before any trouble could start. After making sure the police cars had left, Mion snapped her fingers sharply. Alright, that's a wrap. And don't come back. That was the signal. The tension melted away in an instant as everybody began smiling. A middle-aged man helped me up. You okay, young Mayabara? Next time pick your fights a bit better. It's not like I wanted to fight. Are you hurt anywhere? If you hit your head, it would be a good idea to get an x-ray taken. An older lady I didn't know the name of was concerned about my injury. You were lucky this happened to be right in front of the station when it was busy, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to gather as many people. Next time be more careful. City kids these days are pretty unruly. Honestly. I was even warned by the old lady in the smock. As Shion finished applauding the dispersing group for their efforts, she strode over to me. Well, you're pretty good, Kate-chan. But I also think you should be more careful about who you pick a fight with. Thanks, Mion. You saved my bacon there. My bacon was saved. You saved it. My bacon, thank God for my bacon. Whew. Like I said, I'm Shion. Made a troubled expression as she turned her gaze downward, blushing in embarrassment. I heard from my sister that first seal keychain was yours, Kate-chan? Oh yeah, that's right. I was just heading to the restaurant. And you ended up feeling so excited that you got mixed up in something weird? Now it was my turn for my face to go red. This is a really weird scene. Like, what do you mean a bunch of people from Hinamizawa just, like, surrounded them? And they're extortionists? What? Like, huh? I didn't want to admit that she was spot on. Power of friendship. Oh, you're right. That explains it all. Well, I was just unlucky. But you really saved me, Shion. You don't have to thank me. So if you see somebody else getting bullied, help them out, okay? We value that kind of thing very highly here. Is it just like an unspoken rule? Like if you see someone, like one of your own getting picked on, like stand around them to assert dominance? I was well versed in that sense of camaraderie. But the way I was rescued just now, something seems a little off about that. While I was helped out, it was honestly to an almost disturbing degree. You're coming to the restaurant, right? You must be tired, so why don't you relax for a bit? My treat. Seems that she caught the glimmer of suspicion in my eyes. Without waiting for my answer, Shion began walking. How interesting. Man, I can't believe we got the legendary his pronouns are they them scene. I completely forgot it was this early on. Alright. I think we're gonna stop here. This is a good point. Not the end of the chapter, but that's fine. The fuck you say? That's so good. Alright. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. I think I'll be streaming tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know on Discord. Need to go pass out anyways? Hell yeah. Get some good rest. Aww. I really hope you feel better soon. Usual, this is the Discord. My throat's starting to die a bit, so yeah, thank you very much for coming along, everyone. Have a good day or night, and I hope you feel better soon, Neko9s. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye bye! Bye bye!